Hello guys, welcome back to Need for Speed Payback. Let's take this thing out. As we will go to look for the 100 chips. The locations, not the chips itself, because I already found the chips. So, leave the garage, yes please. That would be nice. Situation in the game. 100% missions done, 100% overall. Activities all done, collectibles all collected. The roaming races all beaten. The only thing I'm still working on is the driver details is at 90%, and that has to do with the level. Once we are level 50, that will also be on 100%. So that's 5 more levels that we can go to. That also means if I open the map thing and I put it on activities and all that thing, and you filter on collections or collectibles, you will actually see all the chips and billboards on the map. So what we're gonna do is, I thought about it at first. I was thinking try to make a video of it, but that's gonna take so long, so I'm just gonna go for driving. So we will start with the green area on the left, and that is Mount Providence area. And then we're gonna go for the desert area, and then probably the Ember Valley and Silver Canyon, which is sort of the red area here, and then also take care of that area there. And then we're gonna go into the city where there are 19 more collectible chips. Some of them are easy to find, others not so easy to find. I'm gonna start with that one. That means that we have to be somewhere in that area. Seeing we cannot fast travel there, I guess I have to go with, not with that chip, but with that gas station, which you, as you can see, cannot find. It's another one of these annoying things. Put the thing on locations and you can easily fast travel to the gas station. It's a bit annoying that the filter is every time on all, and then you see everything spammed on your map like crazy. So, chip number 1, I'm gonna have to put it back on collectibles. Chip number 1 is this one. So we will drive there and see how you can get there and where more or less it will be. That's what we're gonna do 100 times, because there are 100 chips. That's why I'm doing it in a live stream, and then later the video will be processed, and then you can see it again if you want. And then you can pick the chip that you're missing or something like that. So we have a sprint race fight into the city here. Next to it is a gas station. That's sort of the point that we start. And we drive toward the west, because we are gonna start doing the Mount Providence area first. I believe there are 27 or 28 chips in that area. And some of them were hard to find, and I've been looking on YouTube, unless somebody meanwhile posted it or I couldn't find it. I haven't seen a video about this. You have people posting jumps and billboards and all that, but the chips, no. Nobody has a video out there yet, so I thought, okay, I will do that for now. Seeing I have found all 100 of them anyway. It's best to do that in a live stream, because if you have to do it in a video, it's gonna be a damn long video. So we have this off-road section here on the right side. You can go from this side or come from the other side. It's all the same. And you have a rock here on the left, and you can go behind that rock. This one is not that hard to find, because it's just gonna be sort of hidden here between these two rocks. And here you will find chip number 1. Where are we on the map? That's that one. That's where we are on the map, but we're gonna cover Providence first. So, second chip is that one. Let's have a look. If I'm not mistaken, again here, you have sort of shortcut cutting the corner on the highway, and you see a big rock there. Also here, behind that rock, will be a chip. And that is chip number 2, which you will find there on the map. Just move on the highway towards chip number 3. You have the tunnel here. And by the looks of it, that chip will be hanging there on that rock, which means you have to come from the other side, because that's where I think there's also a derelict part here, and that's where they're sort of situated too. But you have the tunnel here, so you cannot get there. You can't go to the left here, so you actually have to go this way. That's a bit of a yeah. Took me a while to get that one, because I found the derelict part there, and yeah, I kind of jumped over the chip or whatever, and it was still hanging there. And as you can see, you sort of have to go around pretty far to eventually get to back to the tunnel, but you have to jump over that tunnel more or less. We go left here. And here you will have a jump towards a derelict part. Hopefully we make it and can stop. A little fireplace here, that's where you find derelict parts. And then the chip will be hanging somewhere on that rock here. So you just have to jump off it with enough speed. I had to go like 3 or 4 times before I actually hit the chip, but eventually I got it. So that's chip number 3, and that is situated there. And now we go for that one. As you can see, it's a bit tricky business, this one. Why can't we go that other route? I want to go the other route. Oh, because it's coming from all the way from there. Okay. I think that's the observatory there. Not 100% sure, but I think it is. And we're gonna pass that one in the process as well. So we're gonna do 4 and 5 now. This GTR is not fully upgraded yet. I just bought that thing because I was doing the achievements on the Origin, and you have to beat the 1% club roaming racers in this GTR R35. Meanwhile, some bait crate popping up as usual. Not gonna hit that thing or collect it, because then we're gonna get involved with cops, and we don't want to do that. We're doing the chips. Coming here, you can just ignore the bait crate, but behind this pole of the bridge here is also a chip. So where are we on the map? Still on the Providence area there, and that's this one. That is actually chip number 4. Then we're gonna go for that one by just going up the hill here. I think it's the observatory on top there, not 100% sure though. Stargaze's Ascent drift trial here. Why did he stop, stupid man? Arriving on the observatory. So we go left. You sort of have to go through it and around it and the whole lot here. Go left again. Here you also find a billboard, as you can see, which I already collected, as the billboard says. If you haven't collected it, it says smash or something like that. Go around here, just go straight here and you have to have the billboard. If you go around it again, there is the Stargazer descent, and there will be just a chip hanging here when you jump up. That's sort of where we are. So that's up here on the observatory. I'm gonna leave these lot here as they are. We're gonna do first do the complete west side. So these two will be next. Again, a lot of driving because you cannot fast travel there unless there is a gas station or something in that area, but that's a bit of a downgrader for me on this game. Fast traveling to gas stations and all, that's all fine, but you cannot fast travel to events, for instance, which is a bit of annoying. If you're doing a drift trial going from starting up the hill and you go down all the way and you want to redo that, then you have to drive up all the way first before you can actually redo that. You cannot retry an event unless you drive up there again, or if you're lucky that there is a gas station or something in the neighborhood. We go left, across the bridge, and then yeah, we sort of go up the other mountain, I think, but we have to go off-road here for this one, I believe. I will make have a re-look at the video once this live stream is processed, and then I will put in the description sort of the time frames where I will actually find the locations of the chips, so that you don't have to watch all the driving if you do not want to. Might actually have to look for some of these things. See if I can remember where they were hanging about. This is sort of the point. Where are we? Get away. Stupid Cletus Sky. It's one of the roaming races here, driving around here, sorta on that circle. And that is sorta where you go. That's sorta his route. The roaming racers, they always do the same route.
A lot of so-called experts can't handle the roads up here at Diamond Peak Point.
Wish you could set up these posters as well. They're always saying the same things. I already know Just Wants Burgers now. This is a race spec, by the way. Not the drift or an off-road, but although you would not say that. That was a speed run. Let's have a look which one it actually is. The bridge run, apparently it's called. So if you go left there, underneath one of these two things, you will actually find a chip. So which meanwhile is number 6. Further up the hill is another rock and some small buildings, and also there you will find chip number 7 behind this rock here somewhere. I think it's just hanging about here, if I'm not mistaken. Nothing special about this one, just collect it. You just have to come up here. That's the main thing with it. That's that one, chip number 7. Have a look at this one. Close in a bit. yeah, it is what it is. We have to do them separately anyway. So we're gonna go for that one, which again is not that interesting driving wise. So what I'm gonna do this time is fast travel, because I think there is something there. Here we are. We have the garage in Mount Providence there. I'm going to fast travel here now for chip number 8, 9 and 10. Because that's sort of where you can find 3. We are in this area, so we'll start with those 2, I guess. You have this motor lodge thing here. It's open. That means you can drive in. That also means you can find them. And it's just hanging about here somewhere. That's number 8. If you drive back out here, we have a gas station here with a garage which you can go in, and you have a wooden fence there that you can smash, and behind that you will find also a chip. Let's have a look. There was another one here. Yep, that one. I think it's just here somewhere around this cabin thing. That's where you can find this one. Or it's also possible that it's just hanging here if you jump up. One of those 2 options are possible. So we found, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 8, 9 and 10 that you find here where your garage is in Mount Providence. And we'll go to that one. 10 found, 90 to go. And apparently you just have to drive on this road. Coming through. Yep, thank you. Whoa! That was a powerful Ford Explorer. Another building here, so yeah, there's no need to look further. If there are buildings, there are chips and there are billboards and all that. Chip number 11 is hanging, yeah, here, either left or right, I don't know, under this construction thing here. It's just hanging about here. That's where you will find chip number 11. So where are we on the map? All the way to the left there. That's where we are. Just keep on continuing on this road. You have, what is this here? Danza Macabra. That is story mission where you have to take out La Catarina, I think. It wants us to go up here, which basically means that this is another one of those spots where you can find a derelict. And you have this ramp here, and there will be a ship hanging about. So that's number 12. Meanwhile, it will hanging somewhere in the air there. There you have the fire where you can find the derelict. zoom in a bit. That's this one. Now we move on to this little town where there's also a chip. So that was number 12, if I'm not mistaken. Might lose count here. We go left. What's this here? Braxton blowout race. And here, okay. What was that? No idea what that was. I didn't do anything, I thought, but never mind. Behind this building, somewhere on this terrace here, will be a chip as well. So that will be number 13. Where are we on the map? Over here. It's this one. We have done those 3. So I will go to that one first now. And then we move up to the highway and then we go up north again. And then we have already covered the whole mountain area. Mount Providence area, as it's called. No idea why my game just went back to desktop. I have no clue. Probably hit one of the keys there, Windows key or something. Back to the highway, we have the silver print starting here.
I'll never complain about watching the sunset from behind the wheel.
And we have number 14, chip number 14 can be found here, but obviously it's not going to be on the bridge. It's gonna be underneath it somewhere. Underneath this bridge, behind this pole thing, that's where you will find chip number 14. That's this one. I don't need to drive up to those 3 because those are the one that we teleported to the garage. Those are those 3 chips. So chip number 15, we just have to turn around again under the bridge and continue with the highway. I think there are 2 or 3 more on this highway. It wants us to stay on the left lane, so we'll do that. And then you have this, yeah, whatever that is here. Over here will be chip number 15. That's that one. Continue on the highway. Gas station, nothing new here. That's where you find these things very often. That is hanging about here. I think this time it's somewhere in this bush thing here. There you will find chip number 16. And that is on the gas station all the way in the south of Mount Providence area. Number 17. Just do we follow the highway? No. Apparently we go off the highway this time. Go off-road. And then probably hanging about on a jump or something. Or just... oh, under the bridge. Possibly. Again, under the bridge. I'm assuming it's just hanging about here. Who is just past us there? Some roaming racer. Leanne is driving around here. That's her route. So here you will find another chip. What are we meanwhile? 17, 18, something like that. So all the way here, that's one. And then we go do all these lots, and we go up to these two, and then we have covered already the whole Mount Providence area. Apparently we do keep under the bridge for some reason. Oh, that's why it wanted us to go. Want us to keep going off-road from under the bridge. We have a drift zone here. I'm off-road in a race car. All possible in this game. And you can even get scores for drift. Although not as many, of course, as you would use a drift car or an off-road car, but still. Now I need to have a look here. This is another derelict-related chip, if I'm not mistaken. You have to go left here. And you see the fire there. And it's pretty simple. That's where you find derelicts. There is a fire going there. And the chip will be hanging here if you jump over this thing. There will be a chip here in the air. Where are we on the map? There. That's that lot. Moving on to that one. We just go northwards now towards, eventually towards those two. We'll do that one next. You might already found these. Some of them are related to derelicts. I do advise you, if you go look for derelicts, take those chips, because otherwise you can have to come back and then you have to go look for them. Because you cannot find on your map anywhere the places where you find the derelicts. Even after you found them, you cannot see that where that point is. That's the mistake that I made. I found the derelicts and I thought, oh, we'll come back later for those chips. It's not a good idea. What does this thing say here? New Haven cabins. Oh yeah, that's exactly where you need to be. I already know what the next chip is. I think this is where you sort of have to meet the underground soldier or something that was hidden. And there is the cabin, and of course you can go in there. That means there's a chip about. Not 100% sure. I think it's just behind it somewhere. Just hanging there, most likely. So you just can pick it up. Let's zoom in a bit because they're a bit closer here. So that's that one that we have just found. Go to that one next. That one you might already found if you have done the story, because that's in one of the story missions. You have to do a loop circuit track here somewhere, and that's just hanging underneath this bridge thing here. So that is the next one. Move over trees. Yeah, could have gone left probably. Back to the road. Arriving here on this building, and you have a shop there as well. And you can find behind the shop here on the garbage things, there's another chip hanging. That's that one. Which brings 3 more here. We will do that one first. On the time trial, safety last. That's where you can find that one. Then we go behind the rock here. I think this is one hanging though. Yep. You see we have a jump here. There's no need to look any further. It will be hanging in the air here somewhere. There you go. And that's that one. Let's have a look where we need to be. We need to be there. Yeah, doesn't matter that much which one we take first. We will take that one. Keep going off road here. But that seems to be also something that's hanging in the air. It wants to go us around this rock. It gives the location here. Is it just hanging behind this tree? Probably. Probably hanging about on this tree here somewhere. Although it's kind of strange that it's telling me that you're sort of out of the map and it puts you back on the map. But it's that one. You will see it hanging there. If you go look for these chips, by the way, during nighttime, that's the best way to look for them because they are sort of lighted up. It's the easiest way to find them. Moving on to that one. If they are in the air somewhere, you can always go around the rock and then maybe find them there somewhere with some sort of jump. If they're in the air, there is a ramp or some sort of jump that you can go over, for sure. This is most likely gonna be an air one. I see you can come from the road there, and you can jump down here, so it will probably be hanging there. Yep. So we'll drive around and see if we can find this jump here. Give you a better idea. There are some fences here that you can shut down. You drive up, you can jump here, and the chip will actually be in the air here. So that is that one. Now we have covered all that area, which leaves them to over there, and then we have done the whole Mount Providence area.